Hello everyone. Today we will read the chapter number 3rd from the book A Pact with the Sun, grade 6. The name of the chapter is The Shepherd's Treasure. So let's start. A poor shepherd once lived in Iran. There was a poor shepherd. Shepherd is a person whose job is to take care of sheep. So he lived in Iran. Though uneducated, he was very wise and helpful. The king decided to meet him in disguise. Now let's study the chapter. In a village in Iran, there once lived a shepherd. In Iran, there once lived a shepherd. Again, I am repeating the meaning of the shepherd. Shepherd is a person whose job is to take care of sheep. He was very poor. He did not have even a small cottage. Cottage means house. He did not have even a small house of his own. He had never been to school or learned to read and write. So, he was uneducated. For there were very few schools in those days. At that time, there were very few schools. Though poor and uneducated, this shepherd was very wise. Although he was uneducated, but he was very wise person. He understood people's sorrows and troubles. He understood every person's problems and their sadness and helped them face their problems with courage and common sense. That shepherd helped people to face their problems with courage, with bravery. Many people came to him for advice. Many people came to him for advice and to ask him to solve their problems. Soon he became famous for his wisdom and friendly nature. As he helped every person, so he was very famous. The king of that country heard about him and thought of meeting him. One day, the king thought that he must meet him. Disguised as a shepherd. Disguised here means give a different appearance in order to conceal one's identity. So the king want to conceal his identity, so he disguised as a shepherd and riding on a mule. One day the king came to the cave where the wise shepherd lived. As soon as the shepherd saw the traveler coming towards the cave, he rose to welcome him. So when he saw that there was a traveler who coming towards the cave, he get up and going to welcome him. He took the tired traveler inside the cave. He took the tired traveler here means king, inside his cave, gave him water to drink and share of his own meager meal. Meager means something that is very lacking in quantity. So he is poor, so he has very small food in quantity. The king rested for the night in the cave and was greatly impressed by the shepherd's hospitality. Hospitality here, friendly and generous behavior towards guests. So he was very friendly behavior towards that guest and wise conversation. Though still tired, the king decided to depart the next morning. As the king was very tired, but he still decided to leave next morning. He said, "Many thanks for your kindness to a poor traveler. I have a long way to go. Permit me to leave." Here king said that many thanks to your hospitality. I have a long way to go, so permit me to go. Looking straight into the eyes of his guest, the shepherd replied, "Thank you, your majesty, for paying me the compliment of a visit." Majesty means royal power, authority. So he was looking straight into the eyes of his guest. His guest is king. So he replied, "Thank you, your majesty, for paying me the compliment of a visit." He thanked him to visit into his cave. The king was astonished as well as pleased. Astonished here means greatly surprised. The king was surprised as well as pleased. He is indeed very wise, he thought to himself. The king thought that the shepherd was very wise person because he disguised as a shepherd, but the poor shepherd identified that he was king. So I need people like him to work for me. And the king appointed this humble shepherd the governor of a small district. So now king was very pleased that he was very wise person. So he thought that I want to appointed this humble shepherd, and he appointed him the governor of a small district. Although he rose to power and dignity, the shepherd remained as humble as ever. Now, as he became the governor of a district, now he has power, but still he was very humble person, very polite person. People loved and honored him for his wisdom, sympathy, and goodness. He was kind and just to one and all. He was kind to every person. His fame as a fair and wise governor soon spread throughout the country. Now he was popular among the peoples. Now the governors of other provinces grew terribly jealous of him and began to talk to the king against him. Now the governors of other provinces means other regions, other states, the other governors started jealousing him. So they began to talk to the king against him. They said he is very dishonest and keeps for himself part of the money that he collects as tax from the people. Why did he always carry him with him? They added an iron chest. Chest is a large stone box usually made of wood used for storing things in. So they started talking against him and they said that he was very dishonest. Why did he always carry with him? They added an iron chest. Perhaps he carried in it the treasure that he had secretly collected. After all, they said mockingly, he was an ordinary shepherd and could behave no better. Mockingly means in a way that makes fun of someone or something. So they make fun of that shepherd that he was very ordinary person, so he could not behave better. At first, the king did not pay attention to these reports. In starting, the king did not pay any attention. But how long could he ignore these governors and their endless stories about the shepherd? There was many stories against him. So king avoided their reports, but in the end he took any action. One thing was certain, the king discovered. The new governor did carry an iron chest with him at all the time. So now the king also paid attention towards his chest. So one day, the new governor was summoned to the palace. Summoned means ordered to be present. So the king ordered him to present in the palace. He came riding on his camel, and to everyone's delight, the famous iron chest was there, fastened securely behind him on camel's back. When he was ordered to present to the palace, that time he has also his chest. Now the king was angry. Now king got very angry. He thundered, why do you always carry that iron chest with you? What does it contain? So he asked the question to the shepherd. The governor smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly the people standing around waited for the shepherd to be found out. Eagerly means a strong desire to do or to have something. So everybody wants to know that what was in his chest. But how great was their astonishment, and even of the king himself. Astonishment means surprise or impress. So everybody wants to know about his chest as well as king also. When the chest was opened, no gold or silver or jewels, but an old blanket was all that came out. So everybody thought that there was a lot of money, there was a lot of gold or silver or jewels in his chest, but nothing could be found. There was only an old blanket. Holding it up proudly, the shepherd said, "This, my dear master, is my only treasure." So he held his blanket in his hand and showed everybody that this is only my treasure. I always carry it with me. He said that I always carry this old blanket in my chest with me. "But why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? Surely you are the governor of our district," the king asked. Now the king asked another question, that why did you carry such an very simple and old blanket with you? Now you are a governor of a district. To which the shepherd replied with quiet dignity. Now the shepherd replied with proud, "This blanket is my oldest friend. It still protect me if at any time your majesty should wish to take away my new cloaks." Cloaks is a loose outer garment as a coat. So the shepherd, the governor, replied that if your majesty should wish to take away my new clothes, it will help me, it will protect me. How pleased the king was, and how embarrassed the jealous governors became to hear the wise man's reply. Now the king was very pleased about his simplicity, about his politeness, and the other governors who talking against him, they are in shame. So they embraced. Now they knew that the shepherd was indeed the humblest and the wisest man in the land. Now everybody believed, that other governors also believed, that the shepherd was one of the humblest and wisest man in the land. The king made him the governor of a much bigger district that very day. In starting, the king made him the governor of a small district. Now on that day, when everybody impressed by him, the king made him the governor of a big district. So this is all about today's chapter, The Shepherd's Treasure. Hope you all have understood. Thank you.